Hi guys, welcome to this week's episode. I hope you've had a fantastic week. I haven't done a gig review for quite a long time, so stay tuned because I've got one coming right up. As I said, it's been a long time since I've been to a gig to review, and when this gig came up, it was just fate. My friend Delia said to me, do you want to come with me to see Faith Evans at the O2 Indigo? And it's a no-brainer, guys. I love Faith Evans. She is an amazing singer. She has an amazing back catalogue. And I just so happened that I was finishing a gig, so I would have been able to make it on time. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna meet you there. First and foremost, when I got there, I saw so many people that I knew, obviously all on the same page. She's an incredible artist. She's over from the States. She's on tour. I mean, why would you not see her, first of all? And secondly, a lot of my friends were there to support Ricardo Williams, who was doing support for Faith on her UK leg of the tour. So it was a win all round. Ricardo Williams is a really good friend of mine and he's been doing very well lately and I'm really proud of him. So big up to yourself, Ricardo. Keep going and you're gonna see big things happening as if it's not been happening already. They had two support acts. The first one I missed, but obviously the second one was Ricardo Williams. He wowed the crowd with his vocal. I'll leave some of his footage in this video so that you can see how amazing he is, and I'll also leave his information in the description box below. But he definitely did the right kind of music to warm us up for Faith Evans. And also you had DJ Ace spinning some tunes beforehand to get us in the right frame of mind and make sure that we were ready for what was about to happen on that stage. And when I tell you, I was not disappointed. The venue is the Indigo 2. I love the venue. However, I have yet to go to a gig. In fact, I've been to one gig where the sound has been amazing. I'm not sure whether it's the venue, the way it's set up, the sound engineers. I was a little bit disappointed that at times she was struggling with her sound on stage because she had in-ear monitors and I could see that she was having a hard time to start with. But the sound coming out wasn't always very clear. This was a little bit of a disappointment from a sound perspective, but from a show perspective, the show was absolutely fantastic. She looks great. She's been doing it for a very, very long time. And for somebody who has been doing it for such a long time to look that fantastic, hats off, first and foremost. She had also recovered from a cold. So she was saying, look guys, I want to give you my best show, so please forgive me. But that woman proceeded to say that and then sing her face off. Obviously there'll be clips in the video to prove it, but I just feel like for somebody who was ill and for them to do that, I mean, she has to be one of the best we have in R&B. Yeah. Secondly, she had a full band, which is like the best thing ever. I said to you in a previous review about In Vogue, and I don't mean to keep bringing it up, but they came without a band. So I was like, she better have a band. And of course she had a full band. She had keys, she had a track, obviously with all the other bits on it. She had bass, drums, and guitar, and two backing vocalists, which is perfect, it's fine, it's great. They were amazing as well. I think what she had done was put out on social media what songs that people wanted to hear, and then she kind of adjusted her set according to what requests came in. Obviously her back catalogue is massive, so she couldn't have done everything, and there was one annoying person in the crowd shouting out this song. Every time she stopped for a breather, they were shouting out this song, and then everyone was like, be quiet. Like, she can't perform all of her songs, but she did a great selection of the hits that she had. She also, I feel, was genuine. Like, she was herself. There was no pretenses, there was no airs and graces, and that's what I find very endearing when it comes to seeing performers perform. I feel like when people are genuine and authentic, it just comes across great, and she did that with the audience. She was like, I love the UK, I love coming to London. She mentioned Brixton, which is not far from where I live, guys. So I was completely and utterly gassed, because I'm like, she knows my neck of the woods, South London, baby. And she also did the amazing thing, which I find is really rare these days. She introduced her band and they all did solos. And I feel like that's a lost part of the show. Of course, she is the main star attraction, and that will never change. That, you know, you can't take that away from somebody who's been in the industry for a very long time. But without the band and without the people that stand behind her and around her, you know, the show isn't what it could be or is.
They say Zumba make your fingers move faster too. And on lead guitar, representing Cleveland, Ohio. Y'all give it up for Conrad Reed.
And lastly, I don't want to make it too long a review, because I feel like the video clips will speak for themselves. I feel like I think she recently got married. So she's recently married. I don't know if you know much about Faith Evans, but basically she was married to Biggie Smalls, who was murdered. And there was a lot of, you know, interest from the media and the public eye. And I feel like she carried herself with a lot of decorum. Obviously, I don't know the ins and outs of her life, but from what the media or her media presence, I feel like she carried herself with quite a lot of grace. And to see her come back out and do an album called The King and I, which is obviously released quite a while ago, but it was kind of like a resurrection of her husband and some of the stuff that he did, and she collaborated that with what she was putting out herself. So I feel like it was a good tribute to him. And then obviously coming over and having been remarried, she still kind of had the respect for him. I think that's great. I think it's really sweet. If you don't know about Faith Evans, check her out. She is a phenomenal singer, somebody that I really love. You know, I really enjoyed the gig. I enjoyed the music. I enjoyed the vibes. Everybody was so in. They were completely enthralled by what she did. Her band were great. They looked great. They did a great job. And they even welcomed some people onto the stage at the very end to come up and dance with her, which doesn't happen generally. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the review and the clips of her singing her face off. Hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all the videos we post. We post so many different types of videos, episodes about gig reviews, about interviews, about me going on the job and you seeing exactly what happens. So I'd love you to see what's going on. And also follow us on our social media accounts. We're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're on Snapchat, we're on Google+, and you don't want to miss us there. Bye!